In today's video, I'm going to show you 8 incredible ways to use ChatGPT Agent. Now, this was released a few months ago, and I see a lot of people using ChatGPT, but they don't actually use ChatGPT Agent correctly. So we'll go over what it is, why it's different, and then also 8 really great ways to actually use it in your own life. So the easiest way to visualize what ChatGPT Agent mode is I like to think of it as a virtual employee. This is basically a person with a laptop that can perform multi-step tasks on your behalf. So in agent mode, it can basically browse the web, it can actually read documents and images, it can create real files for you like spreadsheets or presentations, and it can also run recurring workflows. You essentially give it a goal and they figure out how to actually complete it step by step. So you no longer need to give it every exact step you want to take. Now it actually has logic and it can figure out how to actually do something given any type of goal. And so if you think about it, you're essentially now a CEO of a team. You can delegate tasks and it can actually perform these tasks without you having to look over the shoulder and tell them what to do. It's really, really powerful. More people should be using it. And yeah, my goal with this video is to really get you guys comfortable with this ChatGPT agent mode and show you how to actually use it in real life. Now, the first thing you need to be aware of is you need to have the ChatGPT Plus plan or higher. This is about $20 per month as of right now. Super worth it. And yeah, once you get signed up for ChatGPT Plus, the first thing that I would do is actually go and set up your connectors. So if you come here to this bottom left corner and we go to settings, you'll want to come here to apps and connectors, and you'll want to connect a bunch of different apps that you actually use. For most of you guys, right, it's going to be Gmail, it's going to be Google Calendar. If you use other platforms like Slack, Zapier, Dropbox, whatever, all those can be found right here. So you'll want to get those set up. If ChatGPT Agent comes across something that isn't connected, it's actually going to prompt you, and I'll show you guys later on, and you'll be able to sign in then. So now let's go over 8 really great ways to actually use ChatGPT Agent. The first is going to be as a productivity assistant. Guys, every one of you watching this video can now have an AI assistant that basically helps run reports and do a lot of things for you. So one way to use this is a day in report. I'll type act as my daily productivity assistant, check my calendar for meetings today, my email inbox, and send me a brief of my priorities every day at 6 a.m. PST. What you'll now want to do is come here to this plus sign. We're going to go to agent mode, and now I'll click submit. So as you can see, if you were to hire someone to actually do this for you, they would definitely need your calendar and email inbox info. So we'll click on continue. And the cool thing about agent mode is that you can actually see what it's doing, right? So it's basically like taking a look at your assistant's actual screen. And as you can see, I'm on a demo account right now. And so I haven't connected these, but what I'll go ahead and do is come here to this button right here. We'll go to Gmail. It's going to have you sign into Gmail. Follow the steps and just click continue. We'll do the same thing with Google Calendar. And now you'll see both of those are connected. We'll type in continue. Make sure to select I understand. And now it's actually going to perform that task. So basically we gave email and calendar access to our assistant, and now I'll be able to actually run for you. Another idea is to have it create an end of the week report. So we can do something like on Friday at 5 p.m., send me a brief covering the most important things that happened during the week, and send me a full report and recap. Also include things to keep an eye out for, things I can do better next week, and what I did well. This is a very easy way for you guys to immediately start using ChatGPT Agent. I really like using it for information compiling and also sending different reports, because these are things that I need to do on a daily basis myself. And so it actually saves me a good amount of time. Okay, number 2 is going to be a presentation maker. So we can do something like this. Create a 10-slide presentation on remote work trends for 2026. Focus on global hiring, productivity tools, and work-life balance. Make it visually appealing with modern aesthetics and a blue and orange minimalist theme. Please include 2 pages at the end about paired recruiting. This is my company, being the best overseas recruiting company. So here you can see it's working, it's doing the correct searches, it's reading different articles to actually gather data. And if you were to watch this in real time, it would essentially mimic what a person would probably be doing, right? We gave them a very high level task to create this 10-slide presentation, and now they're doing a bunch of different things in order to create the best presentation possible. It also tells you exactly what it's doing, the steps it's taking. Now, I don't like to actually watch it do this because, we don't need to do this. And after a certain amount of time, it's going to be ready. And like I said, if it doesn't need anything from you, any input, login or credit card information or whatever, it's going to actually prompt you. Depending on how complex the task is, it's going to take anywhere from maybe a couple minutes to over 30 minutes. But trust me guys, if ChatGPT Agent takes 30 minutes, it'd probably take a real human probably 5 or 6 hours. So as you can see, this is the presentation that it made. It saves a lot of time and resources. And of course, I'm going to go in, fix this up a little bit, and put in a little bit more of my own input. If you're wondering how you can actually come up with these very specific prompts for ChatGPT Agent, you can actually use ChatGPT for this, right? So we can do something like, help me write a prompt to help ChatGPT agent make a media kit presentation for Charlie Chang, YouTuber, with sponsorship rates, etc. Let's go ahead and click submit. And bam, now we have this actually like very detailed prompt that we can paste in. ChatGPT does have memory, so it does know a little bit about me just based on previous chats we've had. And yeah, basically the more detailed you are with the instructions, the more accurate the presentation or PDF or whatever task you're asking it to do is going to be. So yeah, just another quick little tip. Okay, so another way you can actually use AI to build presentations is by connecting ChatGPT to Zapier and Gamma to automatically build slides. So if you guys haven't used Zapier before, it's an automation platform that connects a ton of apps together like ChatGPT and Gamma, which is a presentation making platform. So to give you an idea of what I can do, I'm on Zapier's websites, and in the middle of the screen, you'll see the AI Copilot. So for example, let's say we want to create a presentation in Gamma every single time we get a new call recording transcript from Zoom. So I'll paste in my instructions that I already wrote out and press start building. And then from there, you can see that Zapier is doing all the work. It's creating the automation for us, which we can go in and change up if we need to. And this should take a few minutes to finalize things. Okay, so now that it's done, we can tweak some things if needed. And now this will run every time there's a Zoom meeting. So it's going to take the transcript, pass it to ChatGPT to analyze, and turn it into a presentation with Gamma that looks something like this. Okay, 3 is going to be deep research mode. So this essentially acts as an analyst. And so you no longer need to really hire someone that has a lot of experience with analysis and deep research and stuff like that. It can actually browse the web, check out tons and tons of different articles, websites, stuff like that, and actually create really concise reports and analysis for us. So let's say we want to learn a little bit more about EVs in the US for 2026. So we'll create something like this. Let's go to agent mode. You can also select deep research. It doesn't matter too much, but since this video is about agent mode, I'll select that and we'll go ahead and click submit. So that's going to really quickly browse the web, get as much data as possible in order to generate this report for us. Right? So a report like this, it'd probably take me about 3 hours to make, but with ChatGPT agent mode, it's just going to take a few minutes. It's really, really good at this type of deep research and creating these documents. I'd use it a lot and it saves me a ton of time. Because yeah, there's no way I can actually browse the web this fast, find all these different sources, and create this report myself. So the fourth way to use ChatGPT agent mode is to use it as a trip planner. This will probably apply to a lot of you watching this, because I know a big headache I have is when it comes to planning a trip, there's so much information overload. There are so many different things we could possibly do on a vacation, and it just adds a lot of stress to something that shouldn't be that stressful. So for example, we could do something like this where we ask it to plan a 5-day trip to Japan for under $2,500. We tell it what types of things we want to do. So cultural experiences, nature, hotels, what we want to see. So like shrines, sushi spots, and we can also give it details on where we're actually leaving from. And so it can actually do all this research for us, right? It's exactly what an executive assistant would do for someone. They can find the flight on particular dates, and then they'd probably create some type of spreadsheet. So if I'm being specific with my prompt, it's going to do this exact thing and give me a full breakdown on cost and everything. So as you can see, it's gone ahead and created that 5-day itinerary. It's really taking our budget into consideration, right? It's only going to include 3-star hotels. And now basically what we can do is we can take this spreadsheet, we can do a little bit more of our own research, but essentially it saved us a ton of time on the initial information gathering, and also presents it in a really easy to see format. And again, it's literally just like having a very, very fast assistant that can do all the stuff for you. We could also do something like this, right? I need a place to stay in Paris from this date to this date. This is our budget. I'm open to Airbnbs and hotels. Create a spreadsheet going over my best options. It's gonna be me, my girlfriend, and a small dog. We can also give it preferences, so modern and also in particular areas. So I'm gonna say this area right here. These are just like a couple different ways to use ChatGPT agent mode. You guys can really get as creative as you want. Essentially, if you had an assistant and they were really, really smart, what types of tasks would you have them do? Because I guarantee you, there's probably like 100+ different things that you should be doing right now that you haven't done, you've been putting off. And so this can actually do a lot of that for you. Yes, you still need to prompt it, but the amount of time it takes versus if you were to do this yourself, but yeah, obviously this is going to save you hundreds of hours. Okay, so another use case for ChatGPT agents is using it as a financial analyst. So ChatGPT can actually look through different spreadsheets and documents and actually read it and analyze it. So here's something that we can do, right? Here is my monthly spending data, analyze it and give me suggestions on how to save $300 per month. Highlight any areas I'm overspending in. We're going to click this plus icon right here, add a file. I'll upload this spreadsheet and it can go ahead and work on this. Another way to use this is we can do it for our business. So we can upload a business profit and loss statement for this month. Please analyze it and give me a full report. We'll go ahead and add a file. So Production One Ventures, P&L for this month. And now I told it you're a financial analyst. It now knows that it should be a financial analyst. It's going to actually read this document and actually create a report for us. Okay, the sixth way to use ChatGPT agent is to use it for content creation. Let's do something like this. I want to create a YouTube video titled How to Save Money in Your 20s. Reference some of the top videos for this title by other creators. Help me write a script outline, SEO optimized title, thumbnail ideas, and a posting schedule. If you're a content creator and you're not using ChatGPT, I'm telling you, you are wasting a lot of time. Obviously, using AI solely to create your content for you is not that good. But one of the great things about ChatGPT is that it actually does a really good job at telling you how to outline the video. So I know when a lot of people make videos, they like to go all over the place. I recommend you guys actually use ChatGPT to help you outline the video so that you can say it in the best format possible. It also can watch a ton of different videos, give you the best ideas, and from those ideas, it's going to give you inspiration to actually create your own video. Okay, the next great way to use ChatGPT agent is as an outreach agent. So basically someone that can generate cold emails. And yeah, there are tons of different use cases for this if you have a business. For example, we can do this. Find a list of 10 micro influencers in the online coaching space. They should have between 10 to 30,000 followers on Instagram. Find their email and draft up emails to each of them. In the email, we should make it a personalized message with something I saw them post. And then the goal is to pitch our done for you YouTube service. If you actually have your Gmail and stuff connected, it can actually create these drafts for you. So when you log into your email, all you have to do is go in and actually send it. Yes, we can have ChatGPT agent actually send it for us. But for me, I want to review the emails first. And so what it's going to do is it's going to probably go out there, research different micro influencers that fit those criteria. And it's actually going to create personalized emails for each of them and draft it for us. The thing I like to say is the more emails you send, the more money you make. Obviously, doing this research and manually sending out emails that are personalized takes a lot of time and resources. Instead of hiring someone to actually do this for you, you can actually just have ChatGPT do it for you instead. Another cool AI outreach method I want to show you is using Zapier and Synthflow to create a workflow that automates outreach calls. So here I'll paste in a prompt that makes my Google Sheet connect with Synthflow, and it can use AI to basically go on personalized phone calls with customers. So you can see that I added my Synthflow ID, which you can get once you've signed up for Synthflow. And again, I'll press start building and it's going to take a few minutes to finish. So now that that workflow is done, it's going to basically pull records from a Google Sheet that I connect, and I'll test that out by adding a fake contact on the sheet. And then now in my Synthflow account, you can see the phone call was attempted, but for this video, since it's a fake contact, obviously the call never went through. Now for the eighth way of using ChatGPT agent, I like to really use it as a recurring information compiler agent. So we can do something like this. Every day at 8 a.m., search Zillow for 2-bedroom apartments in Los Angeles under $2,800 per month. Prioritize ones with in-unit laundry and parking. So essentially what we're doing is we're telling it every single day at this specific time, run this ChatGPT agent and have it do this particular thing. I recently moved to a new place and I was checking Zillow basically every single day, multiple times. I tried running a script like this and it actually saved me a ton of time because instead of manually looking at the map and checking all these different apartments that I may have missed, it can actually set very specific criteria and just compile this information for me. And so having a Google Doc like that sent to me every single day, it actually allowed me to find the current place that I'm living in. And so yeah, pretty cool use case. If you're looking for a new job, you can also have ChatGPT agent search for job listings that actually match your criteria. So for example, if you are looking for a new position, you can set keywords like marketing manager, growth marketer, performance marketing. You could say, I only want remote-based jobs with a minimum salary of, let's say, $90,000 per year, posted in the last 24 hours. So every day at 7 a.m. with this prompt, it's going to search for things that fit our criteria and actually send that to us, right? So we can specify, send it to me in a Google Doc, send it to me via email. You are completely free to choose. You can do the same thing if you're trying to buy a car. I'm currently trying to buy a very specific car. So I have a ChatGPT agent that basically runs every single day. It looks for new listings that match my criteria and it sends me an email. And so yeah, like I said, you are essentially now a CEO. You can have a team of people that are basically working for you. And the only hard part is, thinking about what things need to be done, creating the prompts, and then actually creating these agents that run. It's really important that you have them run continuously if it is a continuous task. Everyone's life is a business. It can be run like a business a lot more efficiently. efficiently. And so using these specific use cases for ChatGPT agent should really make a pretty big impact on your life. If you turn on agent mode and you come down here, you can see the different suggested prompts that you can do. We can look at different types of reports that it can generate for us. And so this is really helpful because a lot of people, they don't realize that it can actually basically do everything. And so seeing different inspiration and ideas like this really gets your brain juices flowing and makes you think, oh, I could use ChatGPT agent to do this or do this. In terms of actions, right? People still don't realize you can use ChatGPT agent to book flights. You can use it to actually create a Google map with different bakeries. You can use it to schedule rides, right? A lot of really cool things that basically an executive assistant would do for you. All these actions, ChatGPT agent can actually do it. It just takes a little bit of time to actually, learn to trust it and actually learn to use it. But with a little bit of playing around, within about a week, you should have a very good grasp on how to actually use ChatGPT agent in your daily life, and you'll start seeing huge results. ChatGPT agent is an incredible tool for everyone in the world. And since it's so versatile, no matter what types of tasks you have or what type of life or business you have, it's going to be able to help you. Yeah, you can imagine how much more efficient you can actually be in life when you connect ChatGPT or Synflow with Zapier's Copilot to create automations. And if you guys want to check out Zapier, I'll have a link down below. It's a fantastic tool that I use extensively in my businesses. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. I do want to thank Zapier for sponsoring this video. And I know we covered a lot, so I'll have some more resources for you in the video description. We also have our AI community on Skool. It's currently free to join, so I encourage you guys to join that. We basically share a bunch of different templates, workflows, new AI news. We do a lot of business stuff, AI stuff, finance stuff. It's all to help you live a financially successful life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.